many people, coffee is part of daily life. It's the first thing in the morning, a midday boost, and sometimes even a comfort habit in the evening. If you're over 60, you probably already know how strong the connection is between routine and energy levels. But here's something most seniors don't realize. Not all coffee is equal, and some types of coffee may quietly work against your sleep, heart health, digestion, and overall well-being, especially as your body becomes more sensitive with age. Now let's be clear. Coffee itself is not bad. In fact, plain coffee contains antioxidants and may offer certain health benefits when consumed in moderation. The real concern is how coffee is prepared, what is added to it, and how often it is consumed. Today, we're breaking down 4 types of coffee that many doctors and nutrition experts suggest limiting or avoiding, especially if you are over 60. Some of these are extremely common, and you might be drinking them every day without realizing their potential impact. Before we begin, this is not about fear, it's about awareness. Small changes in your coffee habits can make a noticeable difference in how you sleep, feel, and function throughout the day. Let's get into it. Coffee number 1. Sugary instant coffee mixes. The first type of coffee to be careful with is instant coffee mixes that come pre-packaged with sugar, creamer, and flavoring. These products are extremely popular because they are convenient. You just add hot water and your coffee is ready, but what many people don't realize is that these mixes often contain high amounts of added sugar and processed ingredients. For seniors, excess sugar can be especially concerning. Over time, it may contribute to energy crashes, weight gain, blood sugar fluctuations, and increased strain on the body. Another issue is that these mixes often contain artificial flavors and low-quality fats from powdered creamers. While occasional use is not necessarily harmful, daily consumption can add up over time. Think of it this way. Coffee should support your energy, not create a cycle of spikes and crashes throughout the day. A simpler approach is plain coffee with a small amount of milk or natural sweetener if needed. Coffee number 2. Highly sweetened cafe lattes. The second coffee to watch out for is the popular cafe-style latte loaded with syrups, whipped cream, and flavored toppings. On the surface, these drinks look harmless, even enjoyable. But in reality, many large coffee shop beverages contain more sugar than a dessert. The problem isn't the coffee itself, but what's added to it. Flavored syrups, caramel drizzles, chocolate toppings, and whipped cream can turn a simple coffee into a high-calorie, high-sugar drink. For older adults, regularly consuming these types of drinks may affect weight management, energy stability, and overall metabolic health. It's also worth noting that large caffeine doses combined with sugar can sometimes lead to jitteriness, restlessness, or disrupted sleep patterns. Enjoying a latte occasionally is fine, but making it a daily habit can quietly add unnecessary sugar to your diet. Coffee number 3. Coffee with artificial creamers. The third type of coffee to be cautious about is coffee made regularly with artificial creamers. Many creamers are marketed as light or non-dairy, but they often contain highly processed oils, additives, and stabilizers. While they improve texture and flavor, frequent use may not be ideal for long-term health, especially when consumed multiple times a day. One concern is that some creamers contain trans fats or highly processed fats, which nutrition experts generally recommend limiting as much as possible. Another issue is that they can mask the natural taste of coffee, encouraging people to use more of them over time. A better alternative is using small amounts of real milk, plant-based milk, or simply reducing the amount of creamer gradually. Small adjustments like this can significantly improve the overall quality of your daily coffee routine. Coffee number 4. Energy coffee drinks, caffeine overload. The fourth type of coffee is something many people don't associate with traditional coffee, high-caffeine energy coffee drinks. These beverages are designed for a quick boost, often combining strong coffee, extra caffeine, sugar, and stimulants. While they may provide a temporary energy increase, they can also lead to unwanted side effects, especially in older adults. These may include restlessness, increased heart rate, sleep disruption, and energy crashes later in the day. As we age, the body often becomes more sensitive to caffeine. What once felt normal at 30 may feel much stronger at 60. That's why many health professionals recommend avoiding excessive caffeine intake, particularly in the afternoon or evening. Instead of relying on energy-style coffee drinks, a more balanced approach is consuming moderate amounts of regular coffee earlier in the day. Why coffee affects seniors differently. One important thing to understand is that caffeine metabolism changes with age. The body may take longer to process caffeine, which means its effects can last longer than expected. This is why some seniors experience sleep issues even when they drink coffee in the late afternoon. Sleep is especially important after 60 because it supports brain function, recovery, and overall health. Even small disruptions in sleep quality can affect energy levels the next day. That's why being mindful of coffee timing and type becomes increasingly important. Healthier coffee habits to consider. Instead of focusing only on what to avoid, it's helpful to think about better habits. Plain brewed coffee in moderation is generally a good choice for most people. Drinking coffee earlier in the day can help reduce sleep disturbances. Reducing sugar gradually can improve energy stability. And paying attention to how your body reacts is one of the most effective strategies of all. Some seniors also find that switching to smaller cups or limiting refills helps naturally reduce caffeine intake without feeling deprived. Common mistakes seniors make with coffee. One common mistake is assuming that all coffee provides the same effect regardless of preparation. Another mistake is adding multiple sweeteners and creamers without realizing how quickly calories and sugar can accumulate. Some people also drink coffee throughout the day without considering its impact on sleep. And perhaps the biggest mistake is relying on coffee as the main source of energy instead of focusing on sleep, hydration, and balanced nutrition. Coffee can support energy, but it should not replace healthy lifestyle habits. Important precautions: if you have heart conditions, high blood pressure, or sleep disorders, it's especially important to monitor caffeine intake carefully. Everyone responds differently to coffee, and what works for one person may not be suitable for another. If you notice symptoms like rapid heartbeat, anxiety, or consistent sleep issues, it may be worth reducing caffeine or speaking with a healthcare professional. Moderation and awareness are key. Coffee should support your lifestyle, not interfere with it. The bottom line: coffee doesn't have to be avoided after 60. In fact, for many people, it can still be part of a healthy routine. The real issue is not coffee itself, but the type of coffee and how it is consumed. Sugary instant mixes, heavily sweetened cafe drinks, artificial creamers, and high caffeine energy coffee drinks may all have downsides when consumed regularly. By making small adjustments like choosing simpler coffee, reducing sugar, and being mindful of timing, you can continue enjoying coffee while supporting better overall health. Sometimes the difference between a harmful habit and a healthy one is not what you drink, but how you drink it. If you found this information helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who enjoys coffee every day. And let us know in the comments, which type of coffee do you drink most often?